Hello, nonprofit leaders. I'm Sarah Olivieri, your host, and this podcast is here to assist people like you, executive directors, board members, and other nonprofit leaders make a bigger impact with insights, tips, and lessons learned from nonprofit leaders and experts. Having been an executive director, a board member, and now a consultant and coach, I truly understand the challenges you face. And that's why I'm here. I'm all about working smarter, not harder, so you can make a bigger impact without the burnout. And so is our sponsor, DonorBox. DonorBox isn't just a suite of helpful fundraising tools, it's a partner that helps you raise more money and supports you in retaining your donors. I love their forward-thinking approach. Visit donorbox.org to learn more. And don't forget to sign up for the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter, where you'll get bite-sized, actionable tips just for nonprofit leaders like you, delivered weekly to your inbox. Sign up at inspirednonprofitleadership.com/sign up. Okay, let's dive into today's episode. Is your board constantly getting stuck in the weeds? Well, if so, stick around because in the next 5 minutes, I am going to teach you my top 3 reasons why boards end up stuck in the weeds and how to fix them. The first and probably the biggest one is we're always told that boards should make the high-level strategic decisions and executive directors and staff should make the day-to-day operations decisions. But the truth is that the line between strategic decisions and day-to-day decisions isn't actually clear. There is no clear divide. Oh, that's a strategic decision, not a day-to-day decision. In fact, if you are doing a good job of running your organization as an executive director or other nonprofit executive, your day-to-day decisions should be strategic decisions. So what's the fix? Truly separating the role of board and executive team, executive director, plus any other executive staff, so that the board's role is decision oversight, meaning they are double checking decisions that staff has made, and the staff makes decisions. So the staff makes decisions, strategic decisions, day-to-day decisions, and the board double checks decisions. You can actually draw a clear line and know the difference between a decision and the checking of a decision. Okay, reason number 2 why boards get stuck in the weeds is actually executive directors leading them right there to the weed patch. And here's the reason why that usually happens. For various reasons of sometimes feeling insecure or not having great trust, or that weird dynamic because the board can technically hire and fire the executive director, but they aren't really their boss. They aren't really there to tell them what to do. And yet that's not a situation we're comfortable with or used to. What happens is executive directors go asking permission of their boards to make a decision when in fact they should be informing their boards that they either have made a decision or are about to make a decision and sharing confidently, why they made that decision and the basic process for how that decision was made so that the board can feel comfortable that the process of making that decision was in fact a good one. So executive directors, listen up. Don't ask your board to make decisions that you should be making. It makes your board feel nervous. And then what happens when they're faced with making the decision? Well, they need to get in the weeds in order to explore all the details in order to make the decision that you probably should have made. Which brings me to the third reason why nonprofit boards end up in the weeds. Well, it goes back to the answer to number 1, which is when we ask our boards to make decisions, sometimes even high-level, strategic-level decisions, you actually need a lot of information, resources, and skills to make those decisions that board members simply don't have. Even when they have the skills to make that kind of decision. They often don't have the time to invest in understanding all the information that they need in order to use those skills well. And so, in order to make the decision and feel good about it, they go looking to fill in all the knowledge gaps and data gaps and understanding, which is basically getting in the weeds, which is required in order to make the good decision, right? They need all that information, which is again why I advocate for staff at executive director and other executive leadership team members should be making pretty much all the decisions with just a few exceptions, which we don't have time to get into today. But if you would like to learn more about what the board should be doing to be a highly effective board, I'd be happy to share more information with you on that in the Inspired Nonprofit Leadership newsletter. Until next time, all the best, everyone. I hope you take care of yourselves. I hope you lead your organizations well. And I look forward to seeing you in my inbox, in my comment threads, or wherever else we connect online or in person.
You've been listening to Inspired Nonprofit Leadership. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode or the bonus episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review and be sure to share with your friends and colleagues. Tune in every week for more useful insights and wisdom on nonprofit leadership. Thanks so much for all you do for the communities you serve. Until next time, all the best.